Welcome to the DKJ Dream Education, an initiative to make everyone's dream achievable. As I discussed earlier, I will be covering first of all with the most common dream of youth, that is UPSC Civil Services Examination. Today I am here with the overview of what exam is and how many posts are there, how many vacancies are there, and what is the syllabus of exam. A complete overview of UPSC Civil Services exam. Without delaying, we will go further. Before that, I will say to share and subscribe to help others in need. It should, my aim is that it should reach to the people who has this dream and getting misguided by different coaching mafias. So without delaying, we will be starting uh, with the what post is recruited by the civil services exam. The first post is Indian Administrative Service, second one is Indian Foreign Service, third one is Indian Police Service, fourth one is Indian Audit Account Service Group A, fifth one is Indian Civil Account Service Group A, Indian Corporate Law Service Group A, Indian Defence Account Service Group A, Indian Defence State Service Group A, Indian Information Service Junior Grade Group A, Indian Postal Service Group A, Indian P&T Account and Finance Service Group A, Indian Railway Protection Force Service Group A, Indian Revenue Service Custom and Indirect Taxes Group A, Indian Revenue Service Income Tax Group A, Indian Trade Service Group A Grade 3, Armed Force Headquarters Civil Services Group B Section Officer Grade, Delhi, Andaman and Nicobar Island, Lakshadweep, Daman and Diu, Dadra Nagar Haveli Civil Service Danix Group B, Delhi, Andaman Nicobar Island, Lakshadweep, Daman, Diu, Dadra Nagar Haveli Police Service Danips Group B, Pondicherry Civil Services Pondix Group B. These all 19 posts will be recruited by Civil Services examination conducted by UPSC. Now I will go with the how many vacancies are there. In 2021, the number of vacancies to be filled through examination is expected to be approximately 712, include 22 vacancy reserved for the person who is in a reserve category or with benchmark disability category. इसमें I will be using bilingual languages so that language should not be barrier for your dream. इसमें 712 सीट इस बार है 2021 में. हो सकता है अगले साल कुछ सीट बढ़ जाए, कुछ सीट और घट जाए, लेकिन इस साल 2021 में 712 सीट हैं जिसमें 22 सीट रिजर्व्ड है. How many attempts you can give UPSC examination? कितना अटेम्प्ट आप दे सकते हो? It is 6 attempts. ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा आप 6 अटेम्प्ट दे सकते हो. Every candidate appearing at examination who is otherwise eligible shall be permitted 6 attempts at the CSE. सिर्फ 6 अटेम्प्ट आपको परमिट किया जाएगा, लेकिन relaxation in number of attempts will be available to the SC, ST, OBC, PWD category candidate who are otherwise eligible. जो रिजर्व कैटेगरी में है उनके लिए ये अटेम्प्ट सिस्टम रिलैक्सेशन देगा, ये अटेम्प्ट जो है बढ़ जाएगा थोड़ा सा. नाउ व्हाट इज द एज लिमिट? बुढ़ा तक थोड़ी दे सकते हैं, तो यूपीएससी ने सोचा एज लिमिट डिसाइड करते हैं. एक ऑफिसर बनने का बुढ़ा हो जाएगा तो एक ऑफिसर का स्टार्टिंग एज तो होना चाहिए ना, जब वो यंग और डायनामिक रहे. तो उसने डिसाइड किया 21 से 32 साल. 20 age limit is 21 to 32. A candidate must have attained the age of 21 year, must not have attained the age of 32 year on August 2021, and the candidate must have been born not earlier than 2nd August 1989, not later than 1st August 2000. जो इस एग्ज़ाम के लिए अपियर हो रहे हैं, होने वाले हैं या आगे इन फ्यूचर होंगे, उनके लिए 2 अगस्त 1989 से पहले उनका जन्म नहीं हुआ होना चाहिए और 1 अगस्त 2000 के बाद उनका जन्म नहीं हुआ होना चाहिए. अदरवाइज दे आर नॉट एलिजिबल फॉर एग्जामिनेशन. The upper age limit prescribed above will be relaxable. Upper age limit जो है वो relaxable होगा किन के लिए? जो रिजर्व कैटेगरीज में आते हैं, जैसे SC/ST के लिए 5 years relaxations मिलेगा, OBC के लिए 3 years. So those who are in reserve or benchmark of disability, they will get relaxation in the age criteria or age eligibility. Now let's go with the plan of examination. What is the structure of examination? Civil services examination comprise 2 successive stage. इसमें 2 स्टेज होते हैं. पहला सिविल सर्विसेज प्रीलिम्स एग्जामिनेशन जो ऑब्जेक्टिव टाइप होता है कंप्लीट. दूसरा सिविल सर्विसेज मेंस एग्जामिनेशन जो रिटन इंटरव्यू, ये उसके बाद इंटरव्यू जो होता है ये सिलेक्शन ऑफ कैंडिडेट फॉर वेरियस सर्विस एंड पोस्ट, ये सिलेक्शन का क्राइटेरिया हो जाता है. जो you have to qualify in prelims examination first, then you have to qualify in a men's examination and then interview, then you will get selected. But prelims is only qualifying. You have to just qualify, that is not counted for the merit, and but men's examination plus interview is for the merit by which all the posts are decided. The civil services prelims examination will consist of 2 papers of objective type, multiple choice question, and carry maximum of 400 marks in subject set out in subsection A of the section 2. इसका मतलब प्रीलिम्स का में 2 पेपर होंगे, पेपर 1 पेपर 2. उसमें 200 नंबर के टोटल 400 नंबर का सब्जेक्ट का मल्टीपल चॉइस क्वेश्चन रहेगा. This examination is meant to serve as a screening test only. जैसे मैंने कहा था prelims is only for the screening. Here candidates are screened out from that 11 lakh applicants or 10 lakh applicants every year, and then they appear for the men's examination. The examination is meant to serve as a screening test only. The marks obtained in civil services prelims examination by candidates who are declared qualified for the admission to civil service men's examination will not be counted for determining the final order of merit. जो भी मार्क्स प्रीलिम्स में आया रहेगा वो सिर्फ क्वालिफाइंग मीन्स वो आपका स्क्रीनिंग है, उससे आप मेंस का फॉर्म भर सकते हो कि नहीं भर सकते हो वो डिसाइड होगा. The number of candidates to be admitted to the civil service main examination will be about 12 to 13 times the total approximate number of vacancies to be filled in the year through this examination. मेंस में कितने बच्चे क्वालिफाई करेंगे, कितने बच्चे को क्वालिफिकेशन दिया जाता है मेंस एग्जाम के लिए? इट इज़ 12 टाइम्स और 13 टाइम्स, जैसे 2021 में 712 है, देन इट इज अप्रॉक्सीमेटली 8544 या 8544 बच्चे को एक्चुअल में क्वालिफाई किया जाएगा मेंस के लिए. सो यू हैव टू बी, इफ यू हैव अ ड्रीम, यू हैव टू बी इन दैट 8544 candidates, in between of 8544 candidates, to move ahead to the mains examination. Only those candidates who declared by the commission to be qualified for the civil services prelims examination in the year will be eligible admission to the civil services mains examination of that year, provided they are otherwise eligible for admission to the civil services mains examination. According to that, the commission will draw a list of candidates to be qualified in civil services mains examination. एक प्रीलिम्स के बाद लिस्ट निकलेगा, उसके अनुसार जो भी मेंस के लिए एलिजिबल होंगे वो फॉर्म भरेंगे दोबारा और फिर मेंस एग्जाम में बैठेंगे. एग्जामिनेशन बेस्ड ऑन द क्राइटेरिया ऑफ मिनिमम क्वालिफाइंग मार्क्स ऑफ 33% इन जनरल स्टडीज पेपर 2. जो प्रीलिम्स के 2 पेपर होते हैं उसमें सेकेंड पेपर जो है वो सिर्फ क्वालिफाइंग मार्क्स होते हैं, जो 33% उसमें लाना होता है. यू हैव टू जस्ट गेट 33% इन दैट पेपर, एंड पेपर 1 ऑफ एग्जामिनेशन में बी डिटरमाइंड बाय द कमीशन. पेपर 1 से डिटरमाइंड होगा जो कितना कट ऑफ रहेगा. This civil services main examination will consist a written examination and an interview personality test. Candidate who obtain such minimum qualifying marks in the written part of civil services mains examination as may be fixed by the commission at their discretion shall be summoned by them for interview personality test. And by means जो बच्चे मेंस में जो मिनिमम क्वालिफाइंग मार्क्स रखा जाएगा मेंस के लिए, उन्हें आगे प्रोसीड किया जाएगा इंटरव्यू के लिए. नंबर ऑफ कैंडिडेट्स टू बी समन्ड फॉर द इंटरव्यू पर्सनालिटी टेस्ट विल बी अबाउट ट्वाइस द नंबर ऑफ वैकेंसीज टू बी फिल्ड. नाउ हियर 712 वैकेंसी जैसे 2021 में फिल करना है तो 712 into 2, it is 1444 approximate. इतने लोगों को इंटरव्यू के लिए बुलाया जाएगा. द इंटरव्यू पर्सनालिटी टेस्ट विल कैरी 275, जिसमें मिनिमम क्वालिफाइंग मार्क्स नहीं होंगे. इट विल बी जस्ट टोटल 275. नाउ लेट्स सी द अबाउट सम मेंस एग्जामिनेशन. Mains examination, in this qualifying paper is paper A, in which you have to select one of the Indian language which is included in 8th schedule of the constitution, which consists of 300 marks, and paper B is of English, which consists of 300 marks. This is only qualifying paper. You don't have to score, you just need to qualify. Now marks paper to be counted for merit is, first paper 1 is essay which count 250 marks. Paper 2 is general studies 250 marks, Indian heritage and culture, history and geography of the world and society. Paper 3 general studies to 250 marks, which is based on the governance, constitution, polity, social justice, international relations. Paper 4 is general studies 3, which is also 250 marks, based on technology, economic development, biodiversity, environment, security and disaster management. Paper 5 is general studies for 250 marks, based on ethics, integrity and aptitude. Paper 6 is optional subject, based on the option which you choose from the list of optional subject. and paper 7 is also paper 2 of the optional subject chosen by you, that both will contain 250 marks each. Subtotal is 1750. Now personality test, which is interview, will also consist a mark of 275, which will not have minimum qualifying marks. The grand total is 2025. This 2025, out of this 2025, the merit list will be declared for categorizing different candidates for different posts. Now marks obtained by the candidate for the paper 1 to 7 only will be counted for merit ranking. However, the commission will have the discretion to fix qualifying marks in any or all of these papers. पेपर 1 से 7 तक ही सिर्फ क्वालिफाइंग मार्क्स काउंट किया जाएगा और मेरिट के लिए. लैंग्वेजेस कौन से हैं? असमीज, बंगाली, गुजराती, हिंदी, कन्नड़ा, कश्मीरी, कोंकणी, मलयालम, मणिपुरी, मराठी, नेपाली, ओडिया, पंजाबी, संस्कृत, सिंध, देवनागरी, तमिल, तेलुगु, उर्दू, बोडो, डोगरी, मैथिली, सांथली. For Santhali language, question paper will be printed in Devanagari script, but the candidate will be free to answer either in Devanagari script or in Olchiki. Now the papers in Indian language and English, paper A and paper B will be a matriculation equivalent. जो पेपर A जो क्वालिफाइंग पेपर होगा वो सिर्फ उसका जो स्टैंडर्ड होगा क्वेश्चन का वो 10th स्टैंडर्ड लेवल का रहेगा. यहाँ कह दिया क्लियरली, यू डोंट हैव टू डू PhD. इसमें PhD नहीं करना है, हमें सिर्फ क्वालिफाई करना है. पेपर A और B को सिर्फ क्वालिफाई करने के लिए पढ़ना है. Evaluation of the paper, namely essay, general studies and optional subject of all the candidates would be done simultaneously along with the evaluation of their qualifying paper. पेपर जो मतलब चेक होगा, इवेल्युएशन होगा उसका, वो सब साथ में किया जाएगा. लेकिन जो क्वालिफाइंग पेपर्स है उसमें सिर्फ क्वालिफाई करना है. और उसमें जनरल स्टडीज एंड ऑप्शनल सब्जेक्ट ओनली सच कैंडिडेट विल बी टेकन कॉग्निजेंस हु अटेंड्स 25% इन इंडियन लैंग्वेज. क्वालिफिकेशन कितना पे होगा? 25% पे होगा. मीन्स जो क्वालिफाइंग पेपर है उसमें आपको सिर्फ 25% लाना है and 25% in English. The paper A on the Indian language will not, however, be compulsory for the candidate hailing from the state of Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, Sikkim. Now list of optional subject. Optional subject means examination में क्या सब है? Agriculture, animal husbandry, veterinary science, anthropology, botany, chemistry, civil engineering, commerce and accountancy, economics, electrical engineering, उसके बाद geography, zoology, history, law, management, mathematics, mechanical engineering, medical science, philosophy, physics, political science, international relations, psychology, public administration, sociology and statistics, zoology, literature of any one of the following language, which is Assamese, Bengalis, Bodo, Dogri, Gujarati, Hindi, Kannada, Kashmiri, Konkani, Maithili, Malayalam, Manipuri, Marathi, Nepali, Odia, Punjabi, Sanskrit, Santhali, Sindhi, Tamil, Telugu, Urdu. इतने सारे ऑप्शनल सब्जेक्ट है. क्यों? क्योंकि यहाँ पे ऑप्शनल सब्जेक्ट इतने सारे ऑप्शंस दिए गए हैं क्योंकि इंटरेस्ट जो होता है बच्चों का वो जरूरी नहीं किसी एक सब्जेक्ट में हो, कोई भी सब्जेक्ट में हो सकता है. ऑल द रिलेवेंट सब्जेक्ट आर गिवन टू चेक दैट हाउ मच इंटरेस्ट यू हैव द सब्जेक्ट यू चूज एज अ ऑप्शनल सब्जेक्ट. अब बच्चे यहाँ पे बहुत कंफ्यूज रहते हैं, ऑप्शनल सब्जेक्ट कौन सा लें. ऑप्शनल सब्जेक्ट वो लेना चाहिए जिसमें पहली बात तो इंटरेस्ट आए, दूसरी बात दूसरी बात जो आप बचपन से अभी तक पढ़ते आए हो, बचपन से अभी तक अगर वो सब्जेक्ट लिया जाए तो हमें आसानी होगा उस चीज़ को पढ़ने में और हम अच्छा प्रदर्शन कर पाएंगे. There is nothing called easy and hard for any subject. If you choose the subject which you already studied from the childhood days till now, then it will be very easy to score maximum in optional subject. Now let's go with the syllabus of examination. Prelims examination. अब यहाँ पे बहुत सारे कोचिंग वाले कहते हैं प्रीलिम्स एग्जामिनेशन का सिलेबस डिफाइन नहीं है, उसको समझना बहुत मुश्किल है, मेंस एग्ज़ाम का सिलेबस पढ़ना चाहिए. बिल्कुल भी नहीं है ऐसा कुछ. प्रीलिम्स एग्जामिनेशन का सिलेबस शॉर्ट है, वेल डिफाइंड, मीन्स नॉट इन डिटेल बट डिफाइंड है, और जिसे सिर्फ हमें समझना है. Now prelims examination paper 1 carries 200 marks and that is based on first current event of national and international importance. Current events. Now here everyone must know that a current event, the word events and the current events together, you should note इस चीज़ पे ज़्यादा फोकस होना चाहिए. जो करंट इवेंट जो है वो नेशनल और इंटरनेशनल इम्पोर्टेंस के लिए क्या है. अगर जीके जनरल नॉलेज मतलब ये नहीं हो गया, करंट अफेयर्स मतलब ये नहीं हो गया जो वो नेता क्या भाषण दे रहा है और वो नेता क्या डिस्कस कर रहा है उसके बारे में जानकारी नहीं, हमारे नेशंस पे क्या इम्पैक्ट दे रहा है, हमारे इंटरनेशनल इम्पोर्टेंस पे क्या इम्पैक्ट दे रहा है, वो वैसा इवेंट्स को गौर करना है और उस चीज़ों को देखना है. सो इट विल बी ईजी टू कैटेगराइज व्हाट टू स्टडी इन द करेंट अफेयर्स इफ़ यू underline remember this point, current event of national and international importance. Now next is history of India and Indian national movement. It is history of India. हिस्ट्री में इंडिया में क्या सब हुआ है, क्या नहीं हुआ है, हाउ इंडियन नेशनल मूवमेंट टुक प्लेस, what was the importance of Indian national movement, what was the consequences of Indian national movement. Means you have to read about India in detail from the history to the movement and Indian national movement, and that's all prelims examination is all about. Now next is India and world geography. इंडिया ज्योग्राफी के बारे में मीन्स फिजिकल, सोशल, इकोनॉमिक ज्योग्राफी ऑफ इंडिया एंड द वर्ल्ड और इंडिया दोनों का सोशल, फिजिकल एंड इकोनॉमिक ज्योग्राफी को स्टडी करना है. इंडियन पॉलिटी एंड गवर्नमेंट्स कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, पॉलिटिकल सिस्टम, पंचायती राज, पब्लिक पॉलिसी, राइट इश्यूज. हम पॉलिटिकल इंसान का भाषण सुनते हैं लेकिन ये नहीं सोचते जो हाउ दे आर मेड, हाउ ऑफिसर्स आर मेड. We never try to know that. Here it is focused on how the political systems work, how the constitution governed, how all India runs under different systems, like different political systems, who is at the below, who is at the top, how they correlate each other. That's all we need to know in Indian polity. Economics. Now next is economics and social development. So in that sustainable development, we need to know poverty, inclusion, demographic. Now what is economic of demography? Economic demography is the area of study that examines the determinants and consequence of demographic change, including fertility, mortality, marriage, divorce, location, urbanization, migration, density, age, gender, ethnicity, population size, population growth. वहाँ पे एक वर्ड दिया हुआ है, बट what that word means, you need to find it out and read accordingly. As I said about demographic, now it is social sector initiative. What is social sector initiative? What economics can be? That social sector initiatives means that studies interrelation between economic activity and social behavior. Social economics analyzes how the economy is affected by social norms, ethics, sentiments, and other factors. That's all you need to know. And general issues in environmental ecology, biodiversity, climate change that do not require subject specialization. यहाँ कह रहा है जो that do not require subject specialization. You need to know general science. Then that's all for the paper one. Paper one में एक चीज हमेशा याद रखना है. If you see the current pattern and the previous year question paper, then you will find that there is everything linked with the current event. कुछ ना कुछ करंट में हुआ है पिछले 1 साल या 2 साल में या 3 साल में, जो हिस्ट्री की याद दिलाती है, जो हमें इकोनॉमिक्स दिखाती है. इकोनॉमिक्स इज कम्प्लीटली बेस्ड ऑन द करंट अफेयर्स एंड करंट इवेंट्स. Very less you will find that a static question 2 3 4, that's all. And next political Indian polity means government में क्या चल रहा है नहीं चल रहा है, what government is doing for the public, means everything what is happened in the current or previous 2 years, that's all they correlate. If you see, every question has a relation with the current event, and that's all. If you only stick to the current event and go to the subject wise knowledge, then you will you have to expand that. That doesn't mean मैं ये कह रहा हूँ जो current event ही देखना है and you will qualify. That doesn't mean that you have to just take a current affairs and that's it. अगर करंट इवेंट को अच्छे से स्टडी किया जाए, करंट अफेयर्स को अच्छे से स्टडी किया जाए, उसके हर एक चीज़ के आगे पीछे देखा जाए, then you will 90% you will cover up the 90% of your preparation. And this other coaching don't say never because if they give you the key to success, then how they will earn. Now paper 2, which is comprised of comprehension, interpersonal skill including communication skill, logical reasoning, analytical ability, decision making, problem solving, general mental ability, basic numeracy, number, their relations, order of magnitude, which is 10th level, data interpretation, that is 10th level. So paper 2 of civil services prelims examination will be qualifying with the minimum qualifying marks 33%. इसमें पेपर 2 में सिर्फ 33% सिर्फ आपको क्वालिफाई करना है 33% लाके. Now paper 2 is that to see that are you really eligible to become officer. That's all. Comprehension, interpersonal skill, logical reasoning, that's all officer needs. Now paper 2, 200 marks, duration would be 2 hours, that already I discussed. Now let's go to the part B of mains examination. Mains examination is intended to assess the overall intellectual trait and depth of understanding of candidate rather than merely the range of their information and memory. हमें मेंस एग्जामिनेशन ज़्यादा इंफॉर्मेशन नहीं मांगता है, हमें रेंज ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन नहीं चाहिए. वो ये नहीं जज करता है जो हमें कितना इंफॉर्मेशन है, वो ये जज करता है जो आपको जो भी इंफॉर्मेशन है एट व्हाट डेप्थ यू हैव द नॉलेज ऑफ दैट. at what depth you understand the situation of that. So यहाँ पे सीधा कह रहा है जो हमें इंटेलेक्चुअल ट्रेड्स, डेप्थ ऑफ अंडरस्टैंडिंग चाहिए, हमें ये ऐसा पर्सन नहीं चाहिए जिसके पास इंफॉर्मेशन है, याद रखा है कि नहीं रखा है, उससे उसको कोई मतलब नहीं है. हमको मतलब है एट व्हाट डेप्थ he can apply his knowledge, at what depth he understand that. It will be checked by in mains examination. लेकिन यहाँ पे लोग सबसे बड़ा मिस्टेक ये करते हैं जो हर एक सब्जेक्ट के पीएचडी करने लग जाते हैं. The nature and standard of question in general studies paper 2 to 5 will be such that well-educated person will be able to answer them without any specialized study. जब यहाँ पे कह रहा है जो पेपर का स्टैंडर्ड सिर्फ उतना होगा जो एक एजुकेटेड पर्सन, जो एक वेल एजुकेटेड पर्सन बिना कोई स्पेशल स्टडी के आंसर कर सकता है. यहाँ तो आप लोग मेहनत कर रहे हो, दिन रात तैयारी कर रहे हो, तो क्या आप नहीं आंसर कर सकते हो? यू कैन, यू विल श्योरली. The question will be such as to test the candidate general awareness of variety of subject, which will have relevance for the career in civil services. अब ऑफिसर बन रहे हो, डिफरेंट पोस्ट पे जाओगे, तो वो देखेगा जो आपका जनरल अवेयरनेस कितना ज़्यादा है, मतलब कितना ज़्यादा है आसपास की चीज़ों में, जो चल रहा है उसमें कितना ज़्यादा नॉलेज है. सो दैट आप जब उस लेवल पे पोस्ट पे जाओगे तो आपको उस इंफॉर्मेशन की ज़रूरत पड़ेगी एंड यू विल बी एबल टू कोप विद दैट. The question are likely to test the candidate basic understanding. Yeah, basic understanding. Understand that. They want to test only a basic understanding of all relevant issues and ability to analyze and take view on conflict, socio-economic goal, objective and demand. The candidate must give relevant, meaningful and succinct answers. The scope of syllabus for optional subject paper 6 to 7 for the examination is broadly of honor degree level higher than the bachelor degree and lower than the master degree. जो पेपर ऑप्शनल का सब्जेक्ट का पेपर का लेवल रहेगा वो क्योंकि हर कोई ग्रेजुएट ही एलिजिबल होता है, तो ग्रेजुएशन से थोड़ा सा ऊपर, लेकिन वो मास्टर डिग्री से नीचे लेवल का रहेगा. सो यू हैव टू प्रिपेयर फॉर द ऑप्शनल सब्जेक्ट मोर. इन केस ऑफ इंजीनियरिंग एंड मेडिकल साइंस, लॉ corresponds to the bachelor degree. Now, syllabus of the paper included in the scheme of the civil services examination are given as the following: qualifying papers of Indian languages and English. ये आप स्क्रीन पे देख सकते हो क्वालिफाइंग पेपर का क्या सिलेबस है, इंग्लिश का क्या पैटर्न दिया हुआ है. द एम ऑफ पेपर इज टू टेस्ट द कैंडिडेट एबिलिटी टू रीड, अंडरस्टैंड सीरियस डिस्क्रिप्टिव प्रोज, टू एक्सप्रेस आइडियाज क्लियरली एंड करेक्टली इन इंग्लिश एंड इंडियन लैंग्वेज कंसर्न. यहाँ पे हमें इसमें भी पीएचडी नहीं करना है, हमें सिर्फ क्वालिफाई करना है. सो पैटर्न ऑफ द क्वेश्चन दिया हुआ है: प्रिसाइज राइटिंग, कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव गिविंग ऑफ गिवन पैसेज, यूजेस वोकेबलरी, शॉर्ट एसेज. इंडियन लैंग्वेजेस में गवर्नमेंट स्ट्राइव टू हैव वर्कफोर्स विच रिफ्लेक्ट जेंडर बैलेंस, वुमेन कैंडिडेट्स आर encouraged to apply. Comprehensive of given passage, precise writing, uses and vocabulary, short essay, translation from English to the Indian language, vice versa. The paper of Indian language and English will not be of matriculation or equivalent standard, will be of qualifying nature only. The marks obtained in these papers will not be counted for ranking, as I said before. Now let's go to the paper 1 essay. Essay candidate may be required to write essay on multiple topics. They will be expected to keep closely to the subject of essay, to arrange their ideas in orderly fashion, and to write concisely. Credit will be given for effective and exact expression. Now, essay ऐसे आपको एक टॉपिक दिया जाएगा, उस टॉपिक पे आपको ऐसे लिखना रहेगा इन अ प्रिसाइज एंड अरेंज फॉर्मेट, सो दैट उसको जो चेक करेगा क्वेश्चन, जो चेक करेगा आपका कॉपी, उसको इफेक्टिव और एग्जैक्ट एक्सप्रेशन मिलना चाहिए. दे वांट टू टेस्ट दैट हाउ यू एक्सप्रेस योरसेल्फ on the topic given. Paper 2, General Studies 1, in which it include Indian heritage and culture, history and geography of the world and society. In that, Indian culture will cover. यहाँ पे क्या होता है, पेपर 2 मतलब यहाँ पे डिटेल सिलेबस दिया हुआ है मेंस के लिए. हमें इस सिलेबस को स्टिक करना है, इसके आगे नहीं बढ़ना है. You have to gather information related to these topics only. करंट इवेंट्स क्या होगा इस टॉपिक से रिलेटेड, क्या हो चुका है इस टॉपिक से रिलेटेड, बेसिक्स ऑफ दिस टॉपिक्स क्या है, उसके अलावा कुछ भी नहीं करना है. इट्स दैट इजी. इंडियन कल्चर विल कवर द salient aspect of art forms, literature, architecture from ancient to modern times. Next is modern Indian history from about the middle of 18th century until present significant events and personality issues. The freedom struggle, its various stages, important contribution from different parts of country, post-independence, consolidation and recognition with the country or within the country. History of world will include events from 18th century such as Industrial Revolution, World War, withdrawal of national boundaries, colonization, decolonization, political philosophies like communism, capitalism, socialism, and their forms and effect on society. Now, salient features of Indian society: diversity of India, role of women, women's organization, population and associated issues, poverty and development issues, urbanization, their problems and their remedies, effects of globalization on Indian society, social empowerment, communalism, regionalism, secularism, salient features of world physical geography, distribution of key natural resources across the world, including South Asia and Indian subcontinent, the factors responsible for the location of primary, secondary and tertiary sector industries in various parts of world, including India. Important geophysical phenomena such as earthquakes, tsunami, volcanic activities, cyclone, etc. Geographical features and their location change in critical geography features, including water bodies and ice caps, and in flora fauna and effects of such changes. तो इतना प्रिसाइज में मेंस का सिलेबस दिया हुआ रहता है. यू नीड टू स्टिक इनटू द टॉपिक्स विच इज ओनली गिवन. आपको सिर्फ हर एक टॉपिक को अंडरलाइन करके उससे रिलेटेड अगर आप खुद से सेल्फ स्टडी करते हो, यू आर क्वालिफाइड. यू डोंट नीड एनी कोचिंग, एनी गाइडेंस, एनीथिंग. You are qualified. Now let's see paper 3, which is general studies 2, in which governance, constitution, polity, social justice and international relations. The questions are asked related to these. In that syllabus is Indian constitution, historical underpinning, evolution, features, amendments, significant provision and basic structure. Next, function and responsibility of union and state issues, challenges pertaining to the federal structure, devaluation of power and finance up to local level and challenges therein. separation of powers between various organs, dispute redressal mechanism and institution, comparison of Indian constitution scheme with the other countries, parliament and state legislature structure, functioning, conduct of business, power and privilege issues arising out of these, structure, organization, functioning of the executive and judiciary, ministries and departments of the government, pressure groups and formal informal association and their role in the polity. Now, salient features of Representation of People Act: appointment to various constitution post, power, function, responsibility of various constitutional body, statutory, regulatory and various quasi-judicial bodies, government policies, intervention for development in various sectors, and issues arising out of their design and implementation, a development process and development industry, the role of NGO, SHG, various groups and association, donors, charities, industrials and other stakeholders. Now, welfare schemes for vulnerable section of populations by center and state, and performance of these scheme, mechanism, laws, institution, bodies constituted for protection and betterment of the vulnerable section. Next is issues relating to the development and management of social sector services relating to the health, education, human resources, issues relating to the poverty and hunger, important aspect of governance, transparency, accountability, e-governance application, model, success, limitation and potential citizen charters, transparencies, accountability, institutional, other measures, role of civil services in democracy, India and its neighborhood relation, bilateral, regional and global grouping and arguments involving India and affecting governments strive to have a workforce which reflects gender balance. Women candidates are encouraged to apply Indian interest, effect of policies and politics of developed and developing countries or India's interest in India diaspora, important international institution agencies and for their structure and mandate. These all detailed syllabus is of related to the general studies paper 2, governance, constitution, polity, social justice and international relation. You need to stick to the syllabus. You don't have to go, you have to find see the resources are everywhere from class 6 to PhD level. You can find the resource, but you don't have to do the PhD. You can find resources from different places. Stick to these topics and write your notes of your own, do self study and you are qualified. Now let's go to the paper 5, which is general studies 4, ethics, integrity, aptitude. This paper will include question to test the candidate attitude and approach to issues relating to integrity, probity in public life, and his problem solving approach to the various issues and conflict faced by him in dealing with society. यहाँ पे एज अ ऑफिसर तुम जब पब्लिकली फेस करोगे तो वहाँ पे कैसे क्या रिएक्शन होगा, ये सिचुएशन बेस्ड ये क्वेश्चंस रहेंगे इथिक्स, इंटीग्रिटी एंड एप्टीट्यूड के अंदर. जो आपका जजमेंट जो होगा वो किस बेसिस पे होता है, क्या मतलब आपका रिएक्शन रहता है, प्रॉब्लम पे क्या आप सॉल्यूशन देते हो, कैसे सॉल्व करते हो एज अ बिकॉज see, 19 posts are there. 19 posts has a responsibility. You have to follow the responsibility. So now next see what is there over question. Maybe utilize the case study approach to determine these aspects, and the following broad areas will be covered. अब इसमें क्या कवर किया जाएगा? इथिक्स and human interface, essence, determination, consequence of ethics in human action, dimension of ethics, ethics in private and public relationship, human values, lessons from the lives and techniques of great leader, reforms, administrators, roles of family, society and educational institution in inculcating values, attitude, content, structure, function, its influence, relation with thoughts and behavior, moral and political attitude, social influence and persuasion, aptitude and foundational values for civil service integrity and impartiality and non-partisanship and objectivity, dedication to public service, empathy, tolerance and compassion towards the weaker section. Emotional intelligent concept, their utilities, application in administration and governments, contribution of moral thinkers, philosophers from India and world, public civil services, service values, ethics in public administration, status problem, ethical concern and dilemma in government and private institution, laws, rules, regulations and consequence as source of ethical guidance and accountability, ethical governance. A strengthening of ethical and moral values in governments, ethical issues in international relation and funding corporate governments, plurality in governments, probity in governments, it's not plurality, probity in governments, concept of public service, philosophical basis of governments and probity, information sharing and transparency in government, right to information, codes of ethics, codes of conduct and citizen charter, work culture, quality of service delivery, utilization of public funds and challenge of corruption. Case studies on all above issues. These all topics contains means on based of these all topics, there will be the questions in general studies paper 4, that is ethics, integrity and aptitude. Now let's go to the paper 6 and 7, which is optional subject. As discussed earlier, from the optional subject you need to choose, and that level will be between graduation to the master degree but not master degree. You have to study slight deeper in that, but optional subjects are easy if you take which you already studied from childhood days till now, and in which you have complete command, yeah, or you have 80% of 70% or 50% of preparation, so that you need to prepare only 70% rather than preparing 100%, choosing a subject optional which was chosen by others or suggested by others. A optional subject should be chosen by yourself and only yourself, because you know what you understand and not others, or not other qualified IAS or UPSC civil services examination candidates, because their mindset was different, their things was different, their situation was different. How you can just cut, copy and paste to your life, because your life is different, you have to qualify in your ways and you can do it. In optional subject, candidate may choose any optional subject amongst the list of subject which I shown earlier. Now, the only difference between a goal and a dream is deadline. Now you must have deadlines in life, that or deadlines when you are preparing for certain things. That shows that how focused you are, that you can also judge yourself fixing a deadline and you complete it or not. So the deadline is important if you and that makes a difference between a goal and a dream. Now, as you know, the Union Public Service Commission postponed the civil services exam 2021. Preliminary exam date is now October 10. So I'll try to cover maximum topics as early as possible, so that everyone qualifies prelims examinations and appear for the mains examination, and after qualifying mains examination, appear for the personality test, and they achieve their dream and get selected, become officer. That's all is our initiative for everyone. Let us show this exam easy cracking it with me. Thank you all for being a patient listener. Thank you. Will be soon coming with some topics related to the examination. And DKJ Dream Education is a platform or is where you can say your dreams, and we will provide every assistance in the educational sector. No matter, it's not only UPSC, it may be GATE or some other examinations. We will provide full support to make your dream achievable. Don't get trapped in the coaching. That's all. Thank you.